Hello students, our next topic in fractions is comparison of fractions. Now you already know what are like fractions and unlike fractions. Let me tell you, like fractions are the fractions which have same denominator and unlike fractions are those with different denominators. Now moving forward to comparison of fractions. Comparison of like fractions means which have same denominators. To compare like fractions, we compare their numerators. Why? Because in like fractions, denominators are already same. So we will just compare the numerator. If the numerator is the fraction with greater numerator will be the greater fraction. So the fraction with greater numerator is greater for like fractions. For example, 4:7 is greater than 3:7. Why? 7 is common in both, denominator is same. Now 4 is greater than 3, so 4/7 is greater than 3/7. Here in like fractions, in comparison of like fractions, we will just compare the numerator. Now comparison of unlike fractions with same numerator. First we will look at the comparison of unlike fractions, means different denominators with same numerator. To compare unlike fractions with same numerator, we compare the denominators. When numerators are same and denominator is different, that is unlike fractions, we will compare denominators. How we will compare? The fraction with smaller denominator is greater. For example, here 7/11 and 7/5. Here 7/5 is greater than 7/11. Why? Because 5 is smaller than 11. Next example, 3/5 and 3/7. 3/5 is greater than 3/7. Why? Because 5 is smaller than 7. So, the fraction with smaller denominator in unlike fraction is greater fraction. The fraction with the smaller denominator is greater for unlike fractions with same numerator. Now we will compare unlike fractions with different denominators. That is, the denominators will also be not same and numerators will also be not same. To compare unlike fractions with different denominators, we first convert unlike fractions to like fractions. We cannot compare directly, we need to convert them into like fractions. Now what is like fractions means? With same denominator. For example, here we are given 2/3 and 3/12. Now they are not like fractions, they are unlike fractions with different numerators. How will we convert them? We will first list out the multiples of 3 and 12. दोनों के जो डिनोमिनेटर्स है दोनों फ्रैक्शन के, उसके हम मल्टीपल्स पहले लिस्ट करेंगे. आफ्टर लिस्टिंग आउट द मल्टीपल्स, we will find the least common multiple. Here least common multiple is 12. So writing the first fraction 2/3 is equals to 2 cross 4 divided by 3 cross 4. And next fraction 3 cross 1 and 12 cross 1. Why we have multiplied here with 4 is, to get the denominator 12, we need to multiply 3 by 4. 3 is already given. Now we have to convert them into like fractions, so we have to convert such way that we get 12. Now how can we get 12 with only 3? We need to multiply 4. But if we multiply 4 in denominator, we need to also multiply it by numerator by 4 to make the fraction similar. So we get 8/12 and 3/12. Now the fractions are like fractions because the denominator is same, that is 12. So now 8/12 and 3/12 are like fractions. Now when they are like fractions, we will compare numerator. So 8 is greater than 3. So 8/12 is greater than 3/12. So that means 2/3 is greater than 3/12. This fraction was originally 2/3. So 2/3 is greater than 3/12. Now this is another method when you are given with unlike fractions with different numerators. For example, the same two fractions that we study, 2 by 3 and 3 by 12, we'll just cross multiply them. The numerator of first fraction and denominator of other we will multiply, and similarly the numerator of second fraction with the first fraction's denominator. We get 2 into 12 and 3 into 3. So we get 24 and 9. Now 24 is greater than 9. So 2 by 3 is greater than 3 by 12. Now comparison of unit fractions. To compare unit fractions, we compare the denominators. Why we compare the denominators in unit fractions? Because in unit fractions, the numerator is always 1. For example, here given 1 is to 7 and 1 is to 9. So, with the fraction with smaller denominator will be greater. Here 7 is smaller than 9. So 1 is to 7 is greater than 1 is to 9. In next example, 1 is to 8 and 1 is to 3. Now 3 is smaller than 8. Hence, 1 by 8 is smaller than 1 by 3. The fraction with greater denominator is smaller for unit fractions. Now, ordering of fractions. We arrange fractions in ascending or descending order. Write the fractions in ascending order. We have given with 3 fractions, 1 by 6, 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. Now looking at these fractions, you already know they are unlike fractions. There are no same numerators, no same denominators, nothing. So we need to convert them into like fractions first. Now to convert them into like fractions, what we will do? We will first list out the multiples of all the 3 denominators and find out the LCM. Now multiples of 6 are 12, 18, 24, 30. Multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. Multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 and so on. Now we got the first multiple, least common multiple, that is 12. Now to bring 12 in the first fraction in denominator, we need to multiply it by 2. So multiply numerator and denominator with 2. So here what is done? 1 is to 6 is equals to 1 cross 2 and 6 cross 2. So we got 2 cross 12. Now to bring denominator in second fraction 12, we need to multiply it by 4 because 3 is already given. So we will also multiply the numerator with 4. So 2 cross 4 and 3 cross 4, which gives us 8 cross 12. Now in 1 is to 4, to bring the denominator 12, we need to multiply the fraction with 3. So we have multiplied the fraction, that is numerator with 3 and also the denominator with 3. So we get 3 by 12. Now we get 3 fractions as 2 by 12, 8 by 12 and 3 by 12. Now these are like fractions because all the denominators are same. We need to just compare the numerator. So 2 by 12 is is less than 3 by 12 is less than 8 by 12. Now putting the original fractions, that is 2 by 12 was 1 by 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is less than 1 by 4 because 3 by 12 is 1 by 4 originally, is less than 2 by 3 because 8 by 12 is 2 by 3. So now we have ordered the fractions, all the 3 fractions in ascending order.